So this was my air conditioner. I had no idea we had to clean these coils. I've been a homeowner for over 20 years. Watched some videos, thought it would take me 15 minutes. It actually took me about an hour, but I figured out all the mistakes I made and how to make it much easier for you guys. If you're a rookie like myself, you will have this done in 20 minutes. I'm going to give you all the tips to make it go from this nasty, disgusting thing of an air conditioner to this. So total cost to get it this clean was $11, I think, and you could almost eat off it. I'm not going to eat off of it, but I'll give you the tips to be done in like 20 minutes. Totally worth it. I left this screen black to catch your attention. The first thing you need to do before anything is you want to flip your thermostat to off, and then you need to go to your breaker box and flip the breaker to off. We're going to be spraying the air conditioner with water. We don't want anybody to get hurt through some electrical type of shock. Please flip your breakers off before starting the next part. First tip, a lot of these air conditioners are put together with these hex bolts. So what you can do is buy a drill bit extension for probably $1 or $2 on Amazon. I'll find a link for you guys and put it in the description. Then all you have to do is use the extension to pull all the bolts off. If it's a Phillips screw, not a big deal for you guys, but if it's this type of bolt, do not do it by hand. Buy this extension. It works wonderfully. I also recommend that you label every single side panel that you're pulling off. You want to label which side is the top versus which side is the bottom, as well as the position that it belongs on the air conditioner. I recommend using a Sharpie and putting, say, an A for one panel on the actual panel and then an A on the inside where the air conditioner is so they match up perfectly. I'm also going to recommend that you know whether the panels on the bottom go on the inside or the outside of the air conditioner unit. I spent some time putting them all on the inside, and it turns out they all went on the outside of the bottom steel panel. Cost me an extra 20 minutes. So once all the panels are off, I wanted to do the outside, and I thought the easiest way would be a leaf blower. Not correct. So I tried to use it a little bit. It wasn't very successful in the beginning. As you can see, a lot of it just sticks on those coils. It's not coming off. I was able to get the bottom out some, but I found that the easiest and fastest method was actually just a soft, long bristle broom. You just have to be very careful and gentle. You don't want to press too hard because you can damage those coils. The goal here is just to get the bulk off. You don't have to make it perfect here. Just get as much as possible with the broom, and then we'll proceed on to the next step. Okay, here's two things you absolutely do not want to do. One, you do not want to balance the fan like this. Either disconnect that wire or get a friend to hold that fan for you while you get the leaves out. Number two, use a shop vac. I don't know why I didn't think about this, but get a shop vac, suck all that stuff out. Don't go in by hand because you're going to cut your hand up quite a bit. I sliced the crap out of my hand doing this. When you're cleaning the bottom out like this, highly recommend a screwdriver. Get a Phillips and flathead, and it's probably a lot easier for you to do that than your finger or some random stick that I found here. Screwdriver works a million times faster, trust me. So once I have the bulk of everything completely off, then I go through with a leaf blower and I try to get every little remaining piece out of there, get it as clean as possible, because the next phase is where we start spraying it down. So this is the coil cleaner I use. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like 12 bucks maybe. I'll put the link in the description for you. It works really well. So for mine, because I only have one coil, which is one wall of coils going around the air conditioner, I only have to spray the outside. Some of you guys might have double coils, which would look like two walls of coils when you look down at it. So this is what I'm talking about. You look down, it's just a single wall of coils. For those of you that have a double, there will be two walls, so it'll be twice as thick. And for those of you who do have double coils where you have to spray the inside and the outside, I believe you're only going to need one can, because as you can see, I spray a pretty significant amount on this coil, and I still had half a can left. So the double coils, you guys are going to be fine with just one can. Don't worry about buying two. And then after everything was sprayed, I let it sit for a good 10 minutes before I got the hose out to rinse everything down. So when I do hose everything down after waiting the 10 minutes, I use a flat adjustment angle, and I go with not a whole lot of water pressure. You don't want to use a power washer. You don't want to use a lot of high water pressure because you can bend those coils and damage them. So medium flow, flat angle, and you want to keep going until you have all of the suds out of the air conditioner unit. I also wanted you to see why you don't have to spray the inside of a single coil. Double coil, obviously twice as thick, you need to spray the inside as well, but single coil, just the outside is completely fine. So here's another part where I highly encourage you to use that shop vac we were talking about. The shop vac would have had this a little bit cleaner, and you could have sucked out all of the water puddling there as well. So if you are going to do this, definitely recommend you use the shop vac here. But overall, I'm very impressed on how it turned out versus how it was, as you can remember. So using the same fan adjustment, I sprayed both the inside and the outside of each of my side panels. And you can actually turn the water pressure up a little bit more with these because they're more rugged. There's not going to be any issues with them bending like the coils themselves. Now here's a very painful long time lapse of me trying to figure out how to put these panels back together because I didn't label them like you guys did. Please make sure you label top versus bottom, and also give like a letter or a number indicating where on the actual coil the panel will go. It will help you tremendously. I'm telling you, I spent a good 25 minutes trying to put this thing back together. You guys are going to do it in about 5 minutes. I know it. Now everything is good to go. So the only thing you need to do, go turn your breaker back on and then turn your AC back on. And you should notice it running a little bit cooler. If you guys have any questions on this, go ahead and put the questions in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, take care and good luck. And hopefully yours is a lot less painful than mine was. Good luck.